Okay, I just listened to the earnings call from Symbotics. For those of you who are regular viewers of my channel, you know this is one of my moonshots. This is one of the stocks I believe very strongly is going to contribute to my what I pass on to my heirs. Symbotics is basically a company that is robotizing, if you will, the distribution centers of right now Walmart, Target, and several other companies. They're also in a collaboration with SoftBank to make this robotics warehousing or distribution centers available to smaller and mid-sized companies. They run that under the name of Greenbox. Their stock was down, I believe, about 9% yesterday, and then it was down again another 20% today. And the question is why? Well, there's really only one way to find out why, and that is to ask the CEO and the CFO some very pertinent questions as to why did you not have a good quarter? In reality, they did have a good quarter. Their earnings were up substantially. Their revenues, I should say, were up. Their earnings were down. And so I just listened to an hour-long conversation between the CEO, the CFO, and the analysts from various companies, everywhere from Goldman Sachs to some very large financial houses, asking what happened. And what happened was they are in a position where they're learning to do something that nobody else has really done before, and that is robotize these distribution centers and bring the robots along with artificial intelligence. And as artificial intelligence evolves, updating those facilities that are already in place. They decided last year to take some of the construction work. That is, you have a distribution center, you empty that distribution center, and they come in and bring construction workers in and totally revamp it, or they build it from ground. They decided last year they were going to farm a lot of this construction work out to other companies, and then they felt that with the other companies doing it, they could their profits could be better. Well, just the opposite happened. They weren't motivated as Symbotics was prior to farming it out. And in fact, as they said, our big problem last quarter was we had too many people, construction workers, showing up on a daily basis for weeks on end with no work because the contractors they hired weren't as good as what they thought they were in putting a supply chain together to have the materials and all the work ready to be done for these construction workers. And so they continued to incur the cost of labor, even though no work was done. So, and as you might imagine, if let's say it's in a Walmart distribution center, Walmart's saying, look, we agreed to do this at a certain price and you didn't get it done. And therefore, these cost overrides are not going to be picked up by Walmart. They're going to be picked up by some Symbotics because it's your mistake. It's not ours. That makes sense. So they absorbed these additional costs as a result of the contractors not meeting the schedule. So what they've done within the last month is reach out and said, okay, we're not working with those contractors again. We're going to possibly, in many cases, hire the people away from the contractors, bring them in-house where we can manage them, and we're going to build the core within our business to manage them to do this work more efficiently. Now, and the CEO, Rick, made the comment, we made a calculated decision that we were going to absorb this cost on our own to keep our customers happy, to keep Walmart happy, to keep Target happy, to keep Appleton's happy, or whatever it is. and so he said that was a decision on our part. He said we have the backlog. We have enough work from Walmart and Target and the others to keep us busy for 2 years, but we have to manage the relationships, excuse me, with these companies to make sure that in fact they're happy so that we can continue to work. So this was a difficult decision. As a result of this, their margins, their gross margins dropped from 20% to 15%. That's a big hit. And who took it? They did. So what is the future? The future is basically we got all the work we can do. We just got to get the right people on the bus. We got to get the right people in the right seats in the bus. We have to manage it ourselves, and we have to take it forward. So what am I doing? I'm trying to buy more shares. I've got 750 shares of Symbotics now. I'm trying to buy another 250 today. Right now it's a matter of price. I'm trying to manipulate the price so that I get my cost basis down as much as I can. So what do I see for Symbotics? I see Symbotics as a large profit maker for me in 2025 and 2026. I see it as a loss in 2024. I don't think I'll get back up to my cost basis in 2024. I think they have some work they've got to do, but I guess my fear was they didn't make schedule. They started, I think he said they started three projects this quarter or this year. They got no five, and they got three of them done. That means two Walmart stores or Target or distribution centers didn't get done what they wanted to get done. So my question is, does this jeopardize Symbotic's relationship with their key customers, Walmart and Target? They've convinced me no, that they're still in strong position, that their customers have recognized there are going to be speed bumps, that they were moving ahead very fast, but they hit a speed bump, and that speed bump is their earnings this quarter. Their revenues were up, and the CFO explained our revenues are up because these are bookings that we made in last year, and they're coming to fruition. We have, I think she said, 20 some operations in buildings in operation. They are generating revenue as well. So I'm confident. I'm also very confident in this thing that they're doing with SoftBank, which is a bringing this robotic distribution center to a collective where they have an anchor tenant, and then they go out and hire or make contracts with mom and pops. And Rick was asked, who are you in this Greenbox? That's the thing with SoftBank. Who are you? Who's contacting you? The mom and pops or the medium-sized to smaller sized businesses? And they said the medium-sized businesses are coming to us, and they ask, well, what's the holdup? The holdup is we don't have the location yet. We've got to either build out the location or we've got to go lease it and then put the anchor tenants in, and then we got to build a sales force to go get the mom and pops. He said, because once we get the anchor tenant, the real margins are made in the mom and pops, that where we will be more in a management position and be in more control, and thus be able to charge more per square foot. In essence, that's what it is. So that's where I'm at with Symbotics. It's a company that has a tremendous future in front of it. As I listened to the earnings call, I I thought a lot about Amazon and Amazon back in the 2000s and the questions of when are you people going to start making some money? And Jeff Bezos was answering, we're still building our distribution centers. We're still figuring out how to stack the items on the shelves and have pickers go pick them out and put them on the conveyor belts. We're still figuring that out. Once they figured it out, it became very profitable. And in reality, the real profit came in Amazon Web Services, a, a subsidiary, if you will, of their everything store. They needed the compute to handle their volume from December through February, and then they had that compute, and now they're making more money selling compute than they are selling tennis shoes and or running shoes and shampoo. So I'm still high on Symbotics. As I say, I'm trying to buy some more. Had some questions coming my way on Symbotics, and I thought rather than make a video on it and put it up tomorrow morning, I'm just going to do it now and make it as rough as it is. And that's where I'm at on Symbotics. I still think it's a high flyer in the future. I think I'll be cashing in 25, 26 and beyond. I'm Kerry Greenbox. I'm a retired financial advisor. I'm building a community. I'm building a community of people that manage their own stock portfolios. For your information, there are 33 million of you in the United States, and as my best guess is another 33 million of you around the world. So that brings it to 66 million is my TAM, my total addressable market. My objective is to make a community. I think of it like you're going to a church or a synagogue. You're all there for the same reason. You're all contributing for the betterment of the community. That's what Best of Us Investors is all about. That's what I'm trying to build. I'm working with some very high-powered people. I'm going to be going to a school in September led by Goldman Sachs, who is interested in helping me grow my community and grow my business and help the 66 million of you who are managing your own stock portfolios to help you make better investment decisions. And we're going to do that by taking what I do as an individual and bringing AI into it and making it something that we as a collective can benefit from. Again, thank you very much for your support. I'd encourage you to subscribe. I'd also encourage you to come to bestofusinvestors.com. Take advantage of our 14-day free trial where you'll have access to my cheat sheets. You'll have access to our swing trading platform where we teach technical analysis, and I then teach on the cheat sheet and my analysis. I teach fundamental or financial analysis. As I said, I'm a retired financial advisor. None of this data was available to me back then. It's only recently that I can go and access everybody's books, that I can do what I just did, sit in on an earnings call and learn what happened to Symbotics this last quarter and why are they down 30% in the last 2 days. Hope to see you in our Friday stock call.